Director General Aquino. You took over from?
From June 1,
No, from whom?
From General Lacadin, sir.
Lacadin.
Lacadin.
And General Lacadin took over from General Petrasanta.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So I asked that question because between the time when General Petrasanta issued the dismissal order and the time that General Corpus modified the dismissal order, nandun ka. So what happened? Why did you not act on the pending motion for, was there a motion for reconsideration during your time?
None, sir.
None. Because apparently, the summary dismissal order was not yet delivered to the respondents.
Yes, sir, I guess so.
Was that the only reason why you did not act on that pending case?
Sir, maliban doon, pinare-review ko yung case during that time. And,
Yeah,
Pinare-review mo?
Yeah, please narrate.
Yes, sir.
You were asking that the case be reviewed?
So you
Yes,
were
sir.
conscious, excuse me, you were conscious that there was a pending case against Baloyo et al.
I was given, sir, a case folder, but I'm not privy on the merits of that case. Hindi ko alam, sir, actually kung ano yung kaso na yun.
And how long did you serve as regional director of PRO3?
It's from June 2016 up to September 2017.
Okay, so mga 1 year.
Yes, sir.
And during that period, you did not do anything?
Sir, hindi sa akin na-present even yung resolution ng MR during that time.
But you were aware that there was a pending case?
The only time nagkaroon ako, nalaman ko yun, sir, when I was presented the case folder.
When was this?
Mga last quarter na yata, sir, ng 2016.
Last quarter of 2016, and
In
you served,
October to December 2016, yes, sir.
and you were relieved, or you retired as regional director ng September of 2017.
Right, sir.
So, during that period na you were made aware na merong pending case against Baloyo et al., what did you do? Or why did you not act on the pending case?
Sir, the only thing that I said to my regional legal officer during that time is to review the case. Unfortunately, on January 2017, he was relieved. And Attorney Lopez, Judy Lopez, became the new regional legal officer. And
Yeah.
during that time, I also instructed again Colonel Attorney Lopez to review since there was no feedback from the previous lawyer.
So I would imagine, if I were Chief PNP, and I was Chief PNP at the time, kung merong kasong ganito ka grabe yung circumstances, I would prioritize it. Either I dismiss it for lack of sufficient evidence, or I would act outright and resolve the case. No? Either I modify or dismiss or sustain the dismissal order. Kasi sabi ko nga, ilang regional directors yung nagdaan pero parang naupuan itong kaso eh.
Sir, during the time kasi the war on drugs started July
Yeah.
2016 and there's so much thing to do. Nung pinasa ko ito, sir, sa RLS ko, siguro sa dami na rin kaso na patung-patungan na rin, talagang hindi ko, sir, naupuan ito. At the only thing that I did during that time is to reassign Colonel Baloyo during that time and all his men to Mindanao.
Region
And,
9.
yes,
Region
sir,
9. So you were the one who reassigned them?
Yes, sir. During
So
the time,
even during the time of Petrasanta, na hindi pa naman final yung dismissal order, kasi hindi pa nga nasi-serve, kasi na-serve March 2 of 2016 na, they were still assigned and performing duties do sa PRO3.
yes, sir.
Inabot mo pa rin na nag-duty sila.
Yes, sir.
In
Until
spite
such time
of the-
na nire-assign ko sila sa Region 9, 10, 12, 13, and
Yeah,
armed.
I know. Pero ganyan kagrabe yung kaso, nag-duty pa rin. At merong pending na summary dismissal order, na hindi pa lang nasa-serve doon sa mga respondents. And yet, nobody seemed to be interested in resolving the case. And nobody seemed interested to serve upon the respondents the copy of the dismissal order. Isn't that unusual? Kasi between 2014 and 2017, that's a lot of time. Considering that the new president at the time was really going hammer and tongs against illegal drugs. And here is a case pending on your table for, isi-serve na nga lang eh. Hindi na nga iimbestigahan, or if you wanted to review, at least man lang, you devoted some time to review and render your, wala na rin i-render na judgment kasi wala namang service, so wala ring motion to reconsideration to resolve. So ba't hindi sinerve ka agad? Medyo unusual siguro dahil especially si President Duterte talagang dyan na nga siya nanalo at tapos hanggang ngayon yung pa rin yung kanyang advocacy, hindi ba? And yet, we're talking of a very serious offense, in fact, grave misconduct. Aside from grave misconduct, meron pang simple misconduct na 1 month, di ba, na suspension. So, hindi ba mas importante? Because kung ang suspecha natin, there are, and I remember, even during the early months of the presidency of the president, lumabas na rin yung issue ng ninja cops. Kung ako yung nasa field, unahin ko hanapin yung mga ninja cops because ito yung sumisira ng organization. And yet, from General Petrasanta, General Lacadin, and then yourself, ang nag-action lang si General Corpus.
Sir, as I've said, the war on drugs started July.
But this is part of the war on drugs, eh?
Yes, sir.
Very much part. As a matter of fact.
My focus then, sir, kung titignan nyo, most of the operations on the dismantling of drugs, drug laboratory, happened in Region 3 in my time. And all-out operations kami nun, sir. Tapos lahat ng mga scalawags, mga earring policemen were reassigned in Mindanao. And Senator Bato de la Rosa could attest to that every time I will assign personnel in Mindanao, nagpapalong ako sa kanya, sir, more than 100 of them. And after that, another 135 should be assigned in Mindanao again. But hinul ko na lang, sir, dahil baka maubos na yung tao ng Region 3.
Where's Johnson Lee now?
Sir?
Where is Johnson Lee now?
Why, sir? Sir?
Johnson Lee, where is he? Siya yung central figure eh. At least one of the central figures.
That thing did not happen during my time, so I don't have any idea.
Yeah, but I suppose he's on top of the list of drug traffickers because nandyan yun yung pangalan niya sa case folder. Or, if not Johnson Lee, maybe the other guy who was arrested or allegedly arrested in Clark Air Base and presented as the owner of the 200 or the 38 kilograms as declared. Sa akin, napaka-seryosong bagay na may nawawalang 160 kilograms, merong allegation ng 50 million na sabihin natin parang ransom. Tapos may mga officers, hindi naman ito mga PNCOs, di ba? Mga officers ito, superintendent, meaning lieutenant colonel. Hindi pa naman sila na-demote. Kung ako lang, I would have given it top priority in the midst of an all-out war on drugs. So I'm just wondering why you did not take action. Kami, I remember at that time you were PRO3 Regional Director. Maraming bilib sa'yo rito kasi ang dami mong accomplishments doon eh. And yet, nakalagtaan mo tong isang importanteng bagay. So, I'm just wondering.
That's the very reason, maybe, sir, talaga natambakan itong cold case folder nito because of the so much activities and operations that was conducted in Region 3.
Ping, just on that point, Mr. Aquino, when you assumed your position in Pampanga, Is it not a fact that there was an order dismissing Mr. Baloyo et al.? There was an order already signed by Petrasanta?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. There was an order on your desk dismissing. Did you implement it?
I should not be the one to implement that, sir. The
Who?
order.
Why not you? My very simple question. Why did you not implement it? And apparently the answer is, I did not implement it. Is that correct?
There should be a communication from higher headquarters from the PNP for me to implement it as the regional.
I'm sorry,
director.
if you, what?
There should be an order from the national headquarters of the Philippine National Police for me to implement the dismissal of the
With the
the
permission of
officers.
Senator Drilon, that's at your level. You don't need, or you wouldn't need a directive from higher headquarters because ang nag-dismiss ka, regional director eh. Kung chief PNP ang nag-dismiss at ikaw mag-implement, maybe you would be needing a follow-up instruction na hindi pa rin dapat because it's already there. But you don't need, or you did not need a formal directive or even an informal directive because sa level ng regional director, pwede kayo mag-dismiss ng superintendent, di ba? Kasi level ng Chief PNP, senior sup or full colonel. Kasi sila yung mga presidential appointees. But sa level ng superintendent or lieutenant colonel down, nasa level ng authority. That's the reason why si General Petrasanta was able to issue a dismissal order. So why would you not implement it?
Why did you not implement it?
Sir, first and foremost, I was not informed. I was not given a legal advice by my chief legal.
You do not need legal advice. The decision was there on your desk. You admitted, duly signed by General Petrasanta. The question, it is a fact that you did not implement it. So the question of the committee is, why did you not implement it? Because on the surface, and I'm not saying that it is a fact, on the surface, when you did not implement a dismissal order on a very serious episode or crime in your jurisdiction, people will start to wonder, siguro kasama itong si General Aquino nung panahon na yun. Bakit hindi niya in-implement? Kaya po tinatanong kayo namin, bakit nyo hindi in-implement yung dismissal order ni General Petrasanta?
Or maybe, sir, because of I haven't read about the resolution to the MR. Kasi nag-MR sila sometime March 2016. And maybe that's the reason why my chief legal officer during that time did not give me the cue to implement it.
You mean to say there was a pending MR pagdating sa iyo, or it was already ready for implementation when you sat there?
I haven't read any resolution to the MR, sir. I just knew that there was an MR that was filed sometime March 2016.
March when? 2016? Or was the dismissal served on March 2016?
I'm sorry, sir, I cannot recall.
Sorry?
I'm sorry, sir, I cannot recall.
You cannot recall anymore. You cannot recall why you did not implement the dismissal order. Well,
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, may the legal officer also serve as legal officer of Sir
but
Aaron
the
Aquino
question is
Director.
not served of the legal officer. We are asking for a question of fact why it was not served. Notwithstanding the fact that the dismissal order was already on your desk and you never served it.
regional director's command. That's why you're there. You have to make decisions. And I don't know why, kami ni Senator Dillon, why did you not make a decision? It's already on your desk. You cannot say, oh, di ko alam, o the regional legal officer. Parang si Pael doon yan eh. Sabi ni Pael doon, yung lawyer ko, hindi ako sinabihan eh. But when you are there, it is your duty as head of regional director. You are the head there. And you know, Purisima has already ordered the investigation. Etong si General Petrosanta already gave the decision. Why could you not continue with that?
Yes, General
Are you
Aquino.
conflicted? Are you conflicted, sir? Yes, General Magalong.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, Your Honor. Aaron, nag-usap naman tayo. Sir, can I just,
Can you address the chair, please?
Sir, last week, nag-usap sir kami ni Aaron. And he told me everything. Sir. I know, Aaron, that you're in a tight situation. I'm also in a tight situation, no? We're thinking about the safety of our family. We're thinking about our own safety. No? Pero this is a fight between right and wrong. Bakit hindi mo sabihin kung ano yung sinabi mo sa akin? Bakit? Sino kumausap sa'yo? No? Dapat sabihin mo because, the only way to, clarify everything is to simply tell the truth. Aaron, please.
Sir, there was a time when Albayalde called me. I cannot recall kung anong date yun, sir, kung anong specific month. But it's between July and December 2016. And nagtatanong siya ng status of the case. Yung status ng case nung Nina Baloyo. And I told him na if gusto kong i-review muna yung kaso na yon, yung time na yon. And sinabi niya sa akin na, sir, for the meantime, baka pwedeng ipa-review niyo muna yan at ipa-check kasi gusto kong malaman kung ano yung talagang magiging result ng investigation na yan. Sabi ko, ba't mo tinatanong? Kasi sir, mga tao ko yan. So sabi ko, then I will make it, I'll ask my chief regional legal officer to review this. And if ever somebody would ask about this case, then after the review, then I'll sign it. Ganun sir ang nangyari doon.
It was General Albayalde who called you.
Yes, sir.
Did you find it appropriate for him to call you on this matter? He is your underclassman, correct?
That's right, sir.
You are senior to him in the academy.
1 year, sir, senior.
All right. And now he's coming to you and telling you, mga tao ko yan. How did it grab you? Yung sinabi kanya ni General Magalong,
Well, indeed, sir. Totoong tao niya naman yan dahil he's the provincial director then. And all of these people involved in this case are all men.
but of course he was unceremoniously put in suspended animation. Nobody wants to say he was suspended. Nobody wants to say he was removed. But he was removed as under administrative restriction. I don't know what the term is. But because of that, now he comes to you, and after soul searching, after General Magalong tells you, mga pamilya natin ang involved niya, magsabi tayo for the sake of the service, you now say, General Albayalde came to see you. Is that appropriate? As an academy man.
Sir is just asking about the status of the case and the request for the review of the case.
But you do know that this is a very important case for the police force. This involves drugs. In fact, the other day, you were asked by Senator Dillon whether there were still ninja cops. And you said, yes, they're still operating ninja cops. This is the very same thing that is happening. What happened in 2014 you were recently told that. In fact, he even went on and said, hindi ko alam yan, I'm saying, hindi ko alam yan, sinabi mo yan, pero nabasa ko na lang, that you referred to this woman as a drag queen na maraming hawak na ninja cups. Is that correct, sir?
That's correct, sir.
So it means talagang nag-ooperate talaga yung mga ninja cups na yan. Yung tawagin ninja, pero andyan na yan. Nag-ooperate pa rin talaga. How do we get rid of this if your officers are trying to get their people off the hook? Are you the mafia or the PNP? In the mafia, there is omerta, do not talk, right? In the PNP, you do not protect your people because they're your people. You provide justice. Before you can be just, before you can be merciful, you must be just. Do you agree with that?
I agree, sir.
If you agree with that, therefore, do you find it, I find it inappropriate. I don't know about Senator Dillon. I don't know about the others, but as you can see, this whole thing started with the people involved in the raid, Baloyo, not following the rules. And what are rules for if they're going to be broken? There's such a thing as ethics among policemen.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
In fairness to General Albayalde, may we hear from him?
Of course.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I was going to you,
Yes, sir.
in fairness.
Yes, sir.
I don't have to be reminded of it.
Thank you, sir. Let me start from the very beginning.